Hi, and welcome to another week of chair yoga. So we're now in what lockdown week? I think full week two, 2.5 weeks down, 2 weeks to go. So we're getting there slowly and steadily. I hope you're doing well. I'm extra organized this week after the last few weeks of being a bit late with my videos. I'm going to get some bonus points this week and be super early. So you can choose to practice this video whenever you would like to during the week. So first of all, I hope you're doing well. You're comfortable. It's kind of a bit grey, a bit miserable. I'm recording this on a Monday, so there's this kind of general feeling of a little bit of exhaustion and not much motivation there. So today's session, we're going to work on countering that a little bit of movement, a little bit of breathing, seeing if we can just find a little bit of energy inside and a little bit of heat as well. Because I don't know about you, but my feet and my hands are getting quite cold, and my circulation is slowly giving into winter. So let's make sure we're comfortable. That is first and foremost the most important thing. Make sure you sit comfortably on a chair. So I'm sitting on a, it's a folding chair, but it's actually quite a comfy one. I don't have any arms to support, but you may prefer to have some arms that support. We want to avoid sitting on any chairs that move, so any office chairs that can rotate from side to side. So say a chair that's nice and stable, and to make sure that you're comfortable as well. So you may want to elevate your feet. My legs, I'm going to turn sideways as always. That kind of helps to illustrate. So my legs are in a kind of nice neutral rect 90-degree angle here. So when I sit upright, my thighs don't feel like they're squishing down into the chair too much. And likewise, the feet are not dangling up halfway in the air, halfway suspended. If that's the case, you may want to lift your feet a little bit, place something under your feet, maybe a book or a couple of books, or something that's probably going to feel a bit more comfortable is pillows or a thick blanket. I'm placing a blanket under my feet for warmth because here in the studio we've got wooden floors. So there's always a little bit of a sense of chill coming from that. And I just don't like cold feet. So I'm placing a blanket under my feet. And make sure you've got some water somewhere nearby. You turn off any distractions that are there, so television, radio. If you can, turn your mobile phone on silent as well. Just give yourself this next half an hour of practice together so we can move and breathe and practice. So let's get comfortable. So come and sit back on your chair. A quick sip of water. That's the other peril of winter. Inside, when the heating is on, the air gets very dry, and you might begin to notice that in your throat. A little bit of sense of scratching. So just make sure you drink enough. You stay nice and hydrated. So if you're sitting comfortable, we're sitting back. The whole lower back is supported by the chair. And then push your feet a little bit away from the body so the thighs can really sink down. Palms can face up on your lap. Allow the belly to soften. Swallow a couple of times. And then allow the eyes to close if you feel comfortable. Or take a low gaze. Take a slow inhale through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. Let's do it again. Inhale slowly. And exhale. And one more. Inhaling. And exhale. And on that exhalation, let yourself get really heavy. Let the body sink down into the chair. Allow your belly to soften. Nobody can see your belly. Let it go really soft. Now the shoulders to slowly drag down towards the floor, away from your ears. There's almost a sense of the whole body slouching a little bit, and that's okay. We're going to counter that in a moment. And notice how your body feels right now. How does your physical body feel in this moment? Are there any aches, any pains, any discomforts that are adding some distraction? Or maybe you're feeling okay this morning. So notice what is true for your body right now. Noticing temperature. And then cast your net a little bit wider And notice your surroundings. Can you hear any sounds? If there are sounds present, can you identify them? Give them a label. Not engaging with them too much, not getting too distracted or annoyed by the obvious sounds. Instead, just notice, give it a label, and then bring the awareness back. With your eyes closed, visualize the room that you're in. The room that you're practicing. What does it look like? Are there windows? Where's the door? Visualizing the furniture, the floor, the ceiling, the lights. And then finally visualize yourself sitting here on your chair, inside this space, this familiar space. So coming back into your physical body and notice the contact points of the body with the surface beneath you. Feeling the feet grounding down into the earth. Feeling your seat sinking down. And then finally feeling the support of the back of the chair against your spine. And then with this awareness of our physical body, let's bring the awareness in on our emotional body. So how you feel inside. Maybe you are practicing in the morning or lunchtime or in the evening. The time of the day can really affect how we feel. So right now, just without any judgment, notice how you feel. Whether it's good or maybe not so good. Give it a label again. And then bring the awareness back. Let's all together take a slow breath in, all the way down into the belly. And then a sigh out through the mouth. And then at the end of that sigh, allow the mouth to gently close and let the air come in and out through your nose. If that feels uncomfortable for you, then breathe in whatever way feels good for you instead. Good. And begin to observe your breath. So we're getting started quite slowly today, just to really allow ourselves to become familiar and settled in our internal world. So noticing the breath, noticing the movement of the breath. Can you observe where exactly in the body the movement begins as you inhale? And when the movement begins as you exhale? Is it in the belly? Is it in the chest? Is it in both places at the same time? Noticing the speed of your breath and the depth of your breath. So is the breath fast? Is it slow? Or somewhere in between? Likewise, does the breath feel shallow? Does it feel deep or somewhere in the middle? And then let's slowly begin to lengthen our breath. And I would like to start today's practice with a round of pranayama that usually we practice towards the end of our session. So we're going to extend the length of the inhale to the count of 4, and then extend the length of the exhalation to the count of 6. So we're lengthening the exhalation compared to the inhale. And what that does is it starts to tap into the part of the nervous system that's in charge of resting, of digesting, of relaxation, of healing. So just to get our nervous system set up on the right track for the rest of our practice. If that feels uncomfortable for you in any way, if it makes you feel anxious or tight across your chest, then ignore my count and just breathe in your own way, maybe a slightly longer or slightly deeper than you normally would. And let's start together. Take an inhale through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Inhale again through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Let's do one more. And exhale. Then close the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in and out. Take 2 more in your own time. And then at the end of the next exhalation, let go of any need to control the breath. Let the breath flow freely in and out of the body. And let's slowly invite a little wriggle through the fingers and the toes. Gentle little wriggle. Allow the wriggles to get bigger. Allow the wrists, the ankles to join in. Maybe your head gently sinks from side to side. And then slowly blinking the eyes open. And as you do so, take a low gaze and begin to take the fingertips up towards the ceiling, stretching up. And then exhaling, begin to rotate at the wrists and allow the palms to slowly move down to the center. Let's do that again. Feels quite nice, waking up those wrists. Inhaling, reach the fingertips high. Exhaling, let the palms come down. So if you're trying to very elaborately trying to play the piano, good. Give the hands a little shake, shrug the shoulders up and down and from side to side. Good. There's a little bit of a spot the difference image going on. I had to close the blinds because the sun is coming in, which is lovely. A little bit of sunshine. Good. So if you would like a little bit more of an active practice, come and sit forward on your chair. So shuffling yourself away from the back of the chair. So we don't have that support of the back of the chair anymore. Instead, we need to use the support from the inside, our core. In yoga, we call this our bandhas, our center. So a little sense of activation through the pelvic floor. So drawing in an up sensation, and the lower belly draws back towards the spine. And we're going to use that support for two things. Two things. Let's stick with the two for today. One is to create a little bit of heat, a little bit more of an active practice. As we're activating those muscles while we move, they will get a bit more of a workout, essentially. But secondly, for protection, and that's the really important part. If we keep that slight engagement through our muscles throughout our practice, we can't really very easily go too deep in any of the stretches. And in fact, that's something that we definitely want to avoid. Anything that I suggest that we do today and it doesn't work for you, let it go. Let it go. Good. So sitting upright, the feet are underneath the knees, the hands are on the shins. Draw the shoulders up, back and down. Find a slightly longer spine. So imagine there's a string attached to the crown of the head that's slowly drawing you up towards the ceiling. Good. It's a really nice, proud posture. Breathing in through the nose. And on the exhale, release the fingertips. Inhaling, reach the arms high, grow tall. Exhale, bring the palms down through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhaling, reach the fingertips high. And exhale, draw them down. One more time. Inhaling, reaching. And exhaling, draw the palms down through heart center. Good. Release the hands into the knees. Let's flow through cat and cow. Draw the chest forward. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, rounding the spine. I'm going to move sideways. Inhaling, draw the chest forward. So I'm moving sideways. You don't need to move sideways. Exhaling, chin to chest, round in the spine. So going through our warm-up here, beginning to move through all parts of the spine, moving the spine in all directions, creating a bit of space. Last time, rounding down through the spine. Inhaling, lifting back up into an upright position, and then draw the shoulders away from the ears. Let's find a side body stretch. Keep the left hand on the knee. Right arm reaches up above the head. Inhale. Exhale, let the fingertips sink over towards the left. Now, careful that we stay grounded with both sitting bones into the chair. So we are reaching to the side body and then softening down. Let's do this again. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, sink it to the side. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, sink it to the side. Hold it there this time and feel that stretching sensation through the side of the body. So the rib cage is getting a really good stretch here. And that probably feels quite strong. You can lower the arms if that's too much. In fact, if you have really tight shoulders, maybe repetitive strain injury from too much clicking or typing, then feel free to lower the shoulders. We don't want to aggravate that. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Oh, good. Inhaling, reach the opposite arm up towards the ceiling. So left fingertips reaches high. Exhale, sink over towards the right. Can you keep a sense of softness in your shoulders? And the left sitting bone stays grounded down. So we are avoiding falling to the center and then flow between those two poses. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling again. And exhale. And this time holding there, draw the top shoulder up to the ceiling a bit more. Maybe allow the gaze to follow if that feels good in your neck. Remember, the top arm can stay there. We can reach down towards the knee, whatever feels better for you. Take another slow inhale. And exhale, inhaling back to center. Exhale, release the arms. Whew, you might already feel a bit of heat here through the spine. Let's finish off the spinal warm-up with a twist. So bring the right hand over onto the left knee, the left arm behind you. Lift and lengthen through the spine. And then exhaling, rotate. Inhaling, come back to center. Exhale, rotate again. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it there this time. Can you check again that both sitting bones stay grounded evenly? The spine is long. We're growing tall. And then we're drawing the chin over towards the opposite shoulder just a little bit more. Inhaling slowly. And exhale, release. Come back to center. Rotate into the opposite way. So left hand over into the right knee. Right arm behind you. Lift and lengthen for the crown of the head. And then begin to rotate. Allow the gaze to go over the opposite shoulder. Inhaling back to center. And then exhale, flow into the twist. So twist, we want to be super mindful. If it doesn't feel good, for whatever reason, then do back out. Any pinching, any sensation of pain or discomfort is what we want to avoid. Last time inhaling. And then exhale, move into the twist. This time hold if you want to. Keep the lower belly drawn in. On the inhale, the crown of the head lengthens. And as you exhale, we twist just a little bit deeper. Inhaling deeply. And exhale, release. Back to center. And from here, let's take another couple of wriggles here through the spine. Good. So maybe some cat and cows, maybe drawing some circles with the body going one way, the other way. Just to let go of any discomfort here through the spine. Good. And let's place the fingertips onto our shoulders. So actually, before we do this little section here for our shoulders, if it feels uncomfortable, take it super easy. Don't mess with your shoulders, not worth it. So fingertips come onto the shoulders. Shrug the shoulders back from the ears. So we're sitting upright. And then inhaling, bring the elbows together. Exhale, draw them back down. So imagine there is two pencils attached to the end of your elbows. And you're trying to draw really big, slow, gradual circles onto the wall. Yeah, you can do this a few more times. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Change direction. You can lower the hands for a moment if they need a little break. Draw the elbows together. Inhaling, reach. Exhale, let the palms come forwards and down. Inhaling, draw the elbows together. Reach. And then exhale to release. Good. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the arms. Bring them down onto your knees for a moment. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears. We're going to squeeze and hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then drop the shoulders down with a big sigh. Inhaling, squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1, and drop them. Good, one more time. Inhaling, squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then give them a drop. And the head a little shake from side to side. Beautiful. Well done. Good. Let's add a little stretch here for our shoulders today. So take your left arm, bring it across the body, and then take your right arm and then gently hug the shoulder towards the side of the body. So we want to find a stretch that's running down the top of the shoulder and the side of the shoulder here. Good. If that feels a bit weird or uncomfortable, then just soften. We don't have to go very far here. Just stretching out the side of the shoulder. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Swapping sides. So bring the right arm in front of the body. Left arm draws the arm into the body. There we go. So we're bringing the left arm underneath the arm and then hugging it over to the side. Good. And this might feel quite strong in your body. It might not feel very strong at all. It really depends on how you feel today. But we're still stretching the side of the shoulder, which is always a good thing. Good, release the arm, come back to center, and then open and close the fingers a few times. Give them a little shake. Let's add a little bit more for our shoulders here. Bring the left arm forward, bring the thumb to the inside, and then wrap your fingers around. And then begin to draw very slow, gradual, deliberate circles here. Good, we can do this nice and slow. You can do it a bit faster if that feels good, especially focusing on this part of your wrist here. So we go extra slowly across that part. Change direction if you haven't done so yet. Good. And then come back to center, extend the fingertips wide. Inhale. Exhale, give it a squeeze. Inhale, extend it wide. Exhale, a squeeze. One more time, inhale. And exhale, squeeze and hold. And then next inhale, float the arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, swing it down to the side. You don't have to turn sideways. I'm doing it for your benefit. Inhaling, reach the arm high. Exhale, let it sink back behind you, maybe a little bit further back. A little swinging sensation. Next time you inhale and reach, allow the arm to fall behind you. If that feels good. If that's not good, don't worry about it. Inhaling, reach and hold. Exhale, let it sink back. It's almost like a pendulum. We inhale, we swing it up. And as we exhale, we lower it down. And you might start to feel quite a lot of heat in your shoulders. So bring the arm down onto your knee. Close the eyes for a moment. And observe the difference between the left arm and the right arm. You might already feel quite a noticeable difference here. And then blink the eyes open and we swap sides. Okay, so bring the opposite arm forward. Thumb comes to the inside, wrap the fingers around and begin to draw those nice big circles. Lovely big circles going one way. Ooh, and the other way. That feels quite tight for me. Clearly I've been spending a bit too much time typing. And then come back to center, extend the fingertips wide. Exhale, give it a good squeeze. Inhale, extend the fingertips wide. Exhale, give them a squeeze. And then inhale, extend them wide. We're going to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Question, can I move to the side without kicking over my tea? Always a good point. Exhale, let the arm sink down behind you. Oh, I'm going to move this. Good. Inhaling, reach the arm high. Exhale, legs sink down. So we're very slowly moving into this full rotation. Last time, inhale. If you want, if it feels good, allow the arm to fall back behind you. This might be a really big rotation. It might be a really small rotation. Let your body be the guide. Last time, inhale. Exhale, let the arm fall back behind you. Bring the hand back onto your knee. Ooh, that was just my water bottle. We're okay. And take a slow breath in. And sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And on that exhale, we're going to fold forwards onto our forearms, allowing the spine to round. If you want, maybe releasing all the fingertips all the way down to the floor. So we're really letting go of our lower back here. Normally, we want to avoid this slouching when we're sitting, when we're working, when you're having your breakfast in yoga. But right now, let's allow the spine to slump. If the floor is a bit too far away, remember you can just keep the forearms on your knees here. And this is quite a nice pose. Forward folds are inherently soothing. They're bringing us back to the point when we were embryos.
being nice and curled up, nice and protected. So it's instantly activating that, again, that parasympathetic side of the nervous system. And frankly, we could all do a little bit more rest and relaxation right now. And then slowly walk the hands back up the knees. Draw yourself back up into an upright position and give the spine a little shake. Give the head a little shake from side to side. Good. And notice how your upper body feels. You might already feel a little bit more awake here in the upper part of your body. After a little bit of movement, moving the spine in all directions. So let's move down onto the legs. Let's begin to walk out our feet. So lifting the heels one at a time. So we're going for a little stationary walk. So along the heels to lift nice and slow. And we're going to do this for a few, let's just say moments. The jury's out how long I'm going to keep us walking like this. I'm going to take another sip of the tea because I keep doing this. I make myself some tea. This is some, I think this is lemon and ginger. And then I let it go cold. It's not very helpful. So just taking those little walks, and notice how after just a few moments, your calf muscles are starting to activate. You can feel your calf muscles working, and that's great news. So remember, this is the one exercise that if you have a little bit of time during the day, if you're not doing a lot of exercise at the moment, if you're not going out, if you're not going for walks, then just do this a few times a day when you're sitting down, because it's supporting our calf muscles, which is supporting our whole circulation. And it's winter. We all need a little bit of support for our circulation, especially if you have cold feet, cold hands. Good. That will do. The calves are probably a little bit warmer, so allow the feet to sink down into center. And then let's find a little stretch for the feet. So come into the ball of the left foot, stretching into the left heel. For this next part, I'm going to take my socks off so you can see a little bit better. Otherwise, I feel like my toes are going to be camouflaged against that blanket. So stretching the back of the foot. So I'm going to turn sideways, feeling that stretch for the side of the foot. And in swapping sides, coming to the front of the foot. So last week's video I did from home. This week I'm back in the studio, which is quite nice, I have to say. Feels like going to work. Good. And then change again, stretching the back of the foot, and then lowering down, swapping side. Coming to the ball of the right foot, stretching the back of the foot. So again, this might be a big movement. It might be a very small movement for you. Don't force it. And if it feels good, only if you may lift the foot and stretch the front of the foot. So this feels quite nice for me, but for quite a few people, this feels not very good at all. And if that's the case for you, then just let that part go. Swap sides, stretch the back of the foot, and then release. And then let's grab hold of the left thigh from behind. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Find that engagement through the center. And then extend the leg forwards away from the body. Good. So I'm going to turn sideways again, the other way, so I don't kick over my tea. This is going to happen. I have to drink it quickly, I think. So extend the leg away from the body. If you have just done this, then draw yourself back up and maybe even lower the leg a little bit further down. In fact, the leg can just rest on the floor. You don't have to have it lifted at all. Let's just bring some movement into our feet. Flex the toes, point the toes, flex the toes again, and point the toes. Good. And then let's draw some nice big circles. Lovely big circles going one way and then the opposite way. Good. Scrunch the toes, spread them wide, and then let's hug the knee into the body and take the opportunity to just sit up again. Good. Hug it in, hold it there, and then exhale to extend. Inhaling to hug it in. Exhale to extend. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you can take the arms away. This is quite strong though. And then hug it in. Last time, inhaling, extend, hug it in, and then let the toes point down to the floor. Little movements here for 3, 2, 1, and then release the leg, and then give your leg a good squeeze, especially up here on the thigh. Well done. Good. So our legs are getting a bit of a warm up here too. And then swapping sides, grab hold of your right leg from behind. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Remember, no leaning back. Float the feet away from the body. Flex the toes back towards the face. And then pointing the toes and flexing the toes. Pointing and flexing. Good. Let's do 2 more. And flexing. And then the last one, inhale. And flexing, and then begin to rotate, going one way. There's always nice little clicks in my joints. It's always a good sign. If there's clicks and it feels good in the body, that means you're just moving a part of the body that hasn't had much movement. Change direction. Oh, more clicks. Excellent. And then release. Hug the knee in. Don't release yet. Apologies. Hug the knee into the body. Sit up straight. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Kick the leg away. Inhaling to hug it in. Exhale. Kick the leg away. Two more. Maybe take the arms away for the last bit. Extending. Release the arms. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Oh, this is strong. Hug the knees into the body, toes point down, and then slight movements here for 3, 2, 1, and release. And give your leg a little squeeze up and down. Good. Come to center. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Close the eyes. Take a slow breath in. And a big sigh out. Slow inhale. And sigh out. And then allow your breath to settle back down onto a rhythm that feels good for you. So we can take a round of sun salutations together to seal our practice. Taking an inhale. And as you exhale, blink the eyes open, release the arms. Inhaling, reach the arms high, growing tall. Exhale, draw the palms down through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhaling, grow it tall. Exhaling, hug it down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, release. Bring the hands into the knees. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lift in the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, rounding the spine, cat and cow pose. Inhale, draw yourself forward one more time. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forwards. Bring the elbows down onto the knees, or the hands down onto the floor, whatever feels good for you. Take an extra breath in here, and a slow breath out. And then let's flow into a twist. Inhaling, reaching the right fingertips up to the ceiling, or bring the hands into the knees, find a little half twist. Exhale to lower. Inhaling, reaching the opposite arms away from the floor up to the ceiling. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, draw the hands back up, the knees, draw the chest forward, lifting the heart. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Release the fingertips, inhaling, growing tall. And then exhaling, release them down. Let them come onto your lap, close the eyes, take a slow breath in. And a gentle sigh out. Slow breath in. And sigh it out. And if you're in the mood to do a few more sun salutations, feel free to pause the video, do a few more sun salutations on your own, and then come and join us again. But if you've had enough, then let's come and do a few final stretches together. So blinking the eyes open, bring the feet a little bit closer together, and let's find a twist, something a little bit deeper. 3 options for our twist. Option 1 is to bring the right ankle in front of the left. Option 2 is to take the right knee on top of the left. Option 3, which is quite strong, so be very careful with this one, is to bring the ankle, the right ankle on top of the left knee. But this is creating quite a nice hip stretch here as well, so see what works for you. Good. So I'm going to go for option 2 in the middle today. Take the left hand over to the right knee, the right arm behind you. Lift and lengthen, grow tall. And on the exhale, begin to draw the right shoulder back behind you. Allow the gaze to follow. Inhaling to grow a bit taller. Exhaling, twist a little bit more deeply. Last breath in. And slow breath out. Come back to center, slowly uncurling. Whew. Let's take a counter rotation to the opposite side. Arms reach up. Take a gaze over to the opposite side. Inhaling back to center. And then uncross the legs. Let's come onto the other side. Your 3 options. Take your pick. Crossing the left ankle in front of the right. Left knee on top of the right. Or bringing the left ankle on top of the right knee for the hip stretch. Good. So take your pick. I'm going to go for the knee option again. And then bring your right hand over to the left knee, the left arm behind you. Lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, twisting over. Inhaling to lengthen. And exhale, moving ever so slightly deeper into the twist if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, then don't worry. Don't force it. Take 2 more. Last breath in. And slow breath out. Come back to center. Find the counter rotation. Arms float up, rotating onto the other side. Inhaling back to center. Uncross the legs. And then begin to shuffle back on your seat into our comfortable starting position. So put on any extra layers. Maybe it's time to put on some socks or to put an extra blanket over your lap. So we can get super, super cozy for our final relaxation. Take a few little shuffles. And before we do so, let's release the neck. Allow the chin to roll down to the chest. Let the head get really heavy. Find your double chin. We all have a double chin. So find it. I can't see yours. You can probably see mine. And then draw the chin over towards the right shoulder. Exhale back to center. Inhaling over towards the left shoulder. And then exhale back to center. Last time, inhale. And exhale back to the center. Slowly unrolling the spine, coming back up into neutral position. Push the feet away from the body. Bring the palms facing upwards on your knees. Close the eyes. Take a slow breath in. And inside out through the mouth. Slow breath in. And side out. Last inhale. And exhale. Let yourself get really heavy, allowing the belly to soften. Allow the shoulders to go a little bit softer, draping down towards the earth. And allow your breath to return to whatever rhythm feels good for you right now. And then take a slow inhale. And a slow exhale. Let's do one more here. Inhale. And exhale. Allow the awareness to sink into the sole of your right foot as we're taking a journey through the body. As I mention a body part, imagine you're switching off a light switch, and all muscular effort of that body part is just draining down into the earth. Starting at the sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right toes, ankle, lower leg, right knee, right upper leg, and the right side of the hip. Releasing through the sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left toes, ankle, lower leg, knee, left upper leg, and left side of the hip. Releasing across the belly, softening to the lower back, middle back, upper back, into the right shoulder, right upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the right hand, palm of the right hand, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Softening across the chest, into the left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the left hand, palm of the left hand, left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Release all the way up the neck, across the throat, softening into the jaw, tongue, cheeks, nose, eyes, and forehead. And for the next few moments, allow yourself to rest here without the need to do anything else or without the need to be anywhere else. And if the mind is wandering, notice what the distractions are. Are the distractions sound or thoughts, or are you telling yourself stories from the past? And see if you can unhook yourself from these stories. And slowly, without moving, begin to notice the sounds around you. Noticing the obvious sounds and then the more subtle ones. Maybe inside the room, the sound of your breath, maybe even the sound of your heartbeat. And allow your breath to slowly deepen, taking in a little bit more air into the body. Inviting gentle wriggles through your fingers and your toes. Swallow a couple of times. And then on the next inhale, still with your eyes closed, take the fingertips away from the body up towards the ceiling. Give yourself a big stretch from side to side, waking up the body ready for a beautiful day ahead of you. And then slowly release the palms down through heart center. Palms touch, thumbs in contact with the sternum. Our Anjali Mudra, a hand gesture that in yoga signifies kindness and compassion towards each other, but also towards ourselves. Let's honor our effort, sending yourself a big sense of gratitude for making this time in your day. Honoring that, your bodies, and of course each other. Gently bow the head towards the hands. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're feeling all right. As always, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, you just want to say hi, feel free to send me an email, give me a call. So yeah, let's see where we are in this lockdown in a few weeks' time. I've got all my fingers crossed that soon we can practice again in person. But in the meantime, well done for keeping it going online. It's not a mean feat, so well done to you guys. Thanks so much and have a lovely day. Bye.